persecuted right now.
Okay.
So I take great offense to you coming in here about the sensitivities of the people that are working on your show when I'm sitting here telling you that I'm a Christian and I'm offended by what you're saying, and you laugh, you mock Christian persecution.
Very important.
Do you think people to laugh when someone tells you about Christian persecution? Because let me tell you something, if I had done that,
I think it's laughable.
About the Holocaust,
I don't think it's funny.
I would be chased out of polite society. Then don't laugh. Don't laugh at Christian persecution. Don't do it.
Laughable that the name is in the term. It's laughable.
Do not laugh. You literally just laughed when I talked about Christian persecution. Don't do that ever again. Not in my presence.
What you're saying is, okay, Candace, thank you. So what you're saying is, oh, you know what? The Holocaust was bad, but look over here. These people were worse than the Holocaust, so we should.
That's not that. First off,
that's what it sounds like. I'm telling you, that's what it sounds like.
You just
shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. Dumb ass say it.
Welcome back to Disputes, where we cover the longest I told you so in human history. Today we're diving into a recent episode of Don Lemon's podcast featuring conservative commentator Candace Owens. The discussion turned heated when Don Lemon denied that Christians are being persecuted, despite evidence suggesting otherwise. Let's break down what happened.
Why do you feel the need then to defend Nazis? Or
Nazis aren't alive anymore, so we got to stop you calling everybody a Nazi.
Why do you feel the need then to sort of go down this rabbit hole and to defend something that was horrific and to say that, why are you comparing what happened in the Holocaust to other atrocities? Because it's awful. Why can't you just stick with the Holocaust? And
why can't I cover Christian history? What is this? What do you mean stick with the Holocaust? What do you mean by that?
People's actions? I don't understand that.
Nobody defended any actions. That episode was about the fact that after the war, and this was a BBC documentary, not a Candace Owens documentary. It's a BBC documentary and I played parts of the documentary. It talked about how the Allies committed atrocities against the German-speaking civilians. They were not people who voted for Hitler. They were not Nazis. They were children who were lined up and shot. Mm-hmm. Their bodies were thrown on the ground while they were alive, and they were rolled over on cars. The footage is in the BBC documentary. It's called The Savage Peace. When people watch this documentary, they are so astonished and shocked that we didn't learn about it in school that they begin asking real serious questions. And one of those questions that you ask is, why are we not told about the mass killing of Christians all around the world? What you just said, like, why can't we just let it be about the Holocaust? What is that? Well, that's like the most selfish thing in the entire world. Let me finish. The most selfish thing in the entire world is for me to spend an hour talking about the atrocities that innocent Christians who had nothing to do with Adolf Hitler faced, and then to have Zionist media talking heads somehow make it about the Holocaust. It's not about the Holocaust, okay? Christians suffered too. In fact, we are the most persecuted religion in the world. And I am so sick of it. I am so sick of there can only be one victim narrative. And if you start talking about
and we are not the most persecuted in the world. Come on.
That is a fact. What are you saying that we're not the most persecuted in the world? Do you know what's happening in Armenia? Do you know what's happening in Nigeria? Do you know what just happened in Canada? The fake story that was propagated by all of the mainstream networks about the nuns, and they found the mass burial, which allowed 85 Catholic churches to be burned to the ground in the last 3 years in Canada.
This exchange brings up an important question. Are Christians truly the most persecuted religious group in the world today? To answer this, we need to look at some hard facts and figures. According to Open Doors USA, a prominent watchdog organization, more than 360 million Christians experience high levels of persecution and discrimination. That's roughly 1 in 7 Christians globally. Countries like North Korea, Afghanistan, Somalia, and Libya top the list where Christians face severe persecution, ranging from social exclusion and violence to imprisonment and even death. The Pew Research Center also reports that Christians face harassment in more countries than any other religious group. This harassment comes in various forms, including governmental restrictions, social hostilities, and violent attacks. It's clear from these sources that Christian persecution is a significant and widespread issue. However, Don Lemon's comments reflect a common misunderstanding. While it's true that other religious groups also face persecution, the scale and intensity of persecution against Christians are unparalleled in many parts of the world.
Feel guilty. You don't have to
and please, genuinely, Please
Okay,
never,
so listen,
please, when I come on your show, have enough respect not to laugh when I talk about Christian persecution, because you would never do that if I was Jewish and I was talking about the Holocaust.
you can't tell
You
me
would never do that.
you should have enough respect to know not to tell people how to react. You can't tell someone not to laugh.
Okay. Well, then I double dare you
Okay.
when a Jewish person is talking about persecution of Jews to laugh. You won't do it.
I won't do it because I actually believe that there were persecution of Jews,
And you don't believe that Christians were
let me finish my
persecuted.
thought. I believe that there is persecution of Christians. I don't think it's the most persecuted religion in the world.
Yikes. Don Lemon sure knows how to make your head spin. It's no surprise he was fired twice in a short period of time. So why does this denial occur? Part of it may stem from a Western perspective where Christians are not a minority and often hold positions of power and influence. This can create a disconnect, making it hard for some to grasp the reality faced by Christians in other parts of the world. While it's crucial to acknowledge all forms of persecution, it's equally important to recognize and address the facts. By denying the persecution Christians face, we risk minimizing the suffering of millions and failing to take necessary actions to support them. In conclusion, the data clearly shows that Christians are currently the most persecuted religious group globally. So is Don Lemon going to apologize? Probably not. It's vital for public figures and media personalities to be informed and accurate when discussing such critical issues. What do you think about this debate? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth analyses. And just remember, we told you so.